Today, I'm walking you through how to trace a logo in Photoshop using an incredibly helpful feature called the Content-Aware Tracing tool. If you've ever needed to recreate a logo, make crisp outlines, or simply want to speed up a tedious tracing job, this tutorial is for you. By the end, you'll know exactly how to set up Photoshop for this tool and see how easily and accurately you can trace even complex images. Let's jump right in, starting from the very beginning, so don't worry if you're new to Photoshop, I'll guide you step by step. First things first, open up Photoshop on your computer. If Photoshop isn't already running, just find the icon and double-click it. Give it a second to load, it can take a moment, depending on your system. Next, we'll make a quick trip into Photoshop's preferences. This is where you can tweak and customize how Photoshop works. Find the menu called Edit at the top of your screen, it's usually the second option from the left. Click Edit and then scroll down to Preferences. From there, click General. Don't worry if you see a lot of options, you're looking for a tab on the side labeled Technology Previews. This section is where Adobe introduces new and experimental tools, kind of like a sneak peek at stuff they're rolling out. Click into Technology Previews, and you should see an option labeled Enable Content-Aware Tracing Tool. Go ahead and check that box. This tells Photoshop you want access to this advanced tracing feature. Once you've done that, click OK to save your changes and close the Preferences window. At this point, for the change to take effect, you'll need to close and reopen Photoshop. I know it's a tiny bit of extra effort, but think of it like restarting your phone after an update. It makes sure the new settings take hold. Once Photoshop is up and running again, we're ready for the fun part. Select the logo photo you want to trace. You can either open the image from your computer or drag and drop it into Photoshop. I'd recommend using a logo with clear edges for your first try. Something like a sports team badge or a simple company mark works great. The more defined the lines, the easier tracing will be. Now look to your left for the toolbar and choose the pen tool. If you're used to tracing paths manually, you might recognize the pen tool already. But we're going to tap into Photoshop's new Content-Aware Tracing tool instead. Once you've made the pen tool active, glance up at the top bar and click the little drop-down arrow next to the pen tool. From the expanded options, select Content-Aware Tracing tool. You'll notice your cursor changes slightly, that's how you know you're ready to trace. Here comes the magic, simply hover over the edge of the logo in your photo. Photoshop will analyze the lines and colors beneath your cursor and intelligently find the boundaries for you. All you have to do is click along the outline, and watch as Photoshop automatically builds a vector path on those edges. If the logo has curves or sharp corners, just take your time and click through each section. If Photoshop makes a guess you're not happy with, don't worry, you can always adjust anchor points afterwards. Sometimes it might take a moment for the software to process complex sections, just be patient and you'll get great results. Think of the Content-Aware Tracing tool as a really smart assistant. It takes over the most time-consuming part of tracing, finding and snapping to those edges, so you can focus on making the logo look perfect. For practice, try tracing a few different images to see how the tool picks up various types of shapes. And that's it, you've traced a logo in Photoshop using one of its latest features. I hope this step-by-step breakdown helps you unlock new ways to work faster and smarter. If this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you have any questions or need advice on another Photoshop tool. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss a tutorial. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.